Alright, so this is a problem dealing with kinematics that I did here. So in this problem, a pitcher throws a ball with a velocity of 41 meters per second. The batter swings and hits the ball 128 meters away. If it took the ball 4.2 seconds to hit the ground, what is the acceleration of the ball off the bat? So we're trying to find the acceleration of it. First, I write down my known. So I know that the initial position for the x is 0 meters because it's going to be hit off the bat. So we're going to write 0. And then our x2 is going to be where it lands, so 128 meters away. Now, in this, the velocity, so right here, your v1 is also going to be 0 because it's going to be hit off the bat. So at the initial spot where it's hit, the velocity is going to be 0. You're going to ignore this velocity. This was a just kind of thrown in there, try to confuse you a little bit. But so our initial velocity, because we're going with the batter of the ball, like when the batter hit it, so it's going to be 0. The formula we're going to use for this is going to be our x2, which is our final spot where the ball lands, equals the initial x plus the initial velocity times the time that it took for the ball to land, plus 1/2 the acceleration times the change in the time squared. So what we do, since we want to find the acceleration, we're going to get the a by the acceleration and the x by itself. So right here we take the second position and we write the same formula out, and then we know that the x1 is 0, so we say 0 plus the initial velocity is also 0 times the time, so that will be 0. So then we go down here and we say that your x2 equals the 1/2 times your acceleration times the time that it took. So we multiply 2 to both sides to cancel, bring your 2 over here. So now it's 2x2, which is your second position, equals ax times your time that it took. So to get a by itself, you're going to divide by your time by both sides. So now your a of x is going to equal your 2 times your second position over your change in time squared. So then you take your knowns and you plug them in down here. So our second x position is your 128 meters that the ball was hit times 2 divided by your change in time, which was 4.2 seconds squared. And you get 14.5 meters per second squared is your acceleration of the ball off the bat. And that is how you figure out your acceleration.